everybody out there. This is Barry Eagle coming to you today with another Briefings with Barry. And I'm so happy to have Emily Sutherland on our show today. I don't know if it's the show, but our video. I'm naming myself a show all of a sudden, Emily. So I just want to introduce her to everybody. She does such a great job for us. She's one of our director of sales, our area director of sales for our Fairfield Inn in Weaverville, and she's also over our Holiday Inn Express in Clemens, North Carolina. Just two great properties. She does a great job. I don't know how she keeps up with it all, but she does. She does a great job. So, Emily, say hello to everybody out there in our social media platforms.
Hello, everybody. So nice to, meet you guys.
There you go. You told me before you were a little bit nervous because this is going to be on the internet for a long, long time.
Yeah, the internet is forever.
Yes, yes. If you're like I told you, if your kids see this one day when you have children, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. They're gonna think that it was fantastic. So, well, look, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you? Your hobbies, a little bit what you love about your job. This is to highlight you, not for me to talk a bunch. So, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Knoxville, Tennessee. I went to King University for my undergrad and my master's. My hobbies, the Asheville hobbies, trail running, rock climbing, hiking, anything outdoors I love to do. I think my favorite part about this job is just all the new people that I get to meet every single day. Every single
Yeah,
day it's someone new, new groups, new companies. Yeah, I just love to meet all the new people.
yeah. Well, people, you talk about the activities. People don't know this, but we're gonna open this up a little bit. You run super marathons. So
Yeah,
tell
I
it,
run ultras.
yeah, ultra. So tell everybody what an ultra is and who persuaded you to do this?
I don't think I needed any persuading. I really just love to run. But an ultra marathon is anything longer than a marathon. So usually it starts with a 50K, which is about 32 miles, and then it goes up from there. The longest I've done is a 12-hour race and about 56 miles.
Wow.
So,
How did
yeah,
that feel? How did that feel? I mean, like 56 miles. What was there a time that you thought I'm not going to get through this?
um, no, not really. This was actually last, about, a week and a half ago is when
Wow.
I last did it. Yeah, the 56. And it started at 9:30 in the morning and it ended at 9:30 in the evening. Um, no, I really just enjoyed all of it. Yeah, it was a great time.
Okay. Is this
I
something
mean, there's a
as you
certain point where it hurts, but you know.
Yeah, I would imagine. By mile three for me, I would be like, where's the ambulance? So take me out of this place.
Uh,
Mile 50, I would just tell my wife I love her and I don't think I'm going to see her at the finish line. So
oh,
yeah, well, that's awesome. That's awesome. So how did you get into this? Did somebody get you into it like, at an early age? I mean, when you were maybe in college?
my mom runs distance. She did marathons and she's done a few 50Ks. So whenever I was around 14, she just started taking me on runs with her, and I just loved it.
That's
Just kept
awesome.
going.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
That's quite the bonding moment, I'm sure, when you got to run that
Yeah.
long. So sure, that's awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about your experience with Crown. You've been with us over close to 2 years, isn't it?
Yeah, almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in February. Um, Crown's been a great company to work for. It's you, it's Dixon. It's the managers you guys put in place. It really feels like you all care, which is the first time I think I've been with a company that felt that way. I've had a great experience with Crown. Yeah,
That's great.
really appreciative.
What's been your biggest challenge as the area director of sales? You got two properties to cover. Not easy. I know you love both of them.
I
And I know
do.
the general managers love you, no doubt about it. So tell me a little bit about your challenges with that and some of your successes with that.
I think the biggest challenge would be splitting my time between the two properties pretty evenly. just because I live in Asheville and then Clemens is the 2 hour drive. So it's hard to, make sure I'm giving both properties the same amount of attention when I'm more so in Weaverville more than in Clemens. So that's been pretty challenging. But, success wise, I mean, I've learned to balance both. It really, at first it was difficult, but the more I got into a routine and the more I got used to it, just the better it got. And now it all runs really smoothly, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it seems that way. I don't ever get a call from the general managers that they're upset. So they both, I think they both fight over you, no doubt about it. So your time, they want more of it, but you do a great job with that. It's not easy to do, especially
Mm-hmm.
you got a couple different brands you're working with and trying to,
Mm-hmm.
determine the ups and downs and
Uh-huh.
the standards with all that. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about we're a little bit past a year from Hurricane Helene,
Mm-hmm.
which was devastating for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, our property didn't experience the damage that others did. We were a little bit blessed. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if that's the right word, but fortunate that we didn't have as much damage. And obviously, we're able to take on a lot larger crews. How's it been? Is it kind of a weird thing to know that it's already been past a year that happened?
Yeah, it feels really surreal. I mean, the year passed so fast just because I mean, for the first 3 months after the hurricane, we had that government group that stayed with us. They took up the entire hotel and all 108 rooms and meeting space. And then after that, I mean, Samaritan's Purse was here. We had so many people come from all over. I mean, I met people from Arizona and Canada, California that were here to help. So the year went by very, very quickly. But yeah, it is strange to think that it's been over a year. I mean, a lot of the area is still in need of repair, and there's still so much work to be done with all
Hmm.
the flood damage that we still have. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's strange to see the arts district
Hmm.
the way it is. It's kind of a weird thing. When I was up there last time, it was kind of strange to
Hmm.
see some of that stuff. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
So, so, um, so as far as the market itself,
Hmm.
what do you think the biggest challenge is to promote Asheville at this point, Asheville and Weaverville combined? What do you think the biggest
Hmm.
challenge is? Do you think people still kind of believe that it's a mess? Do you think that's a struggle, or what's your thoughts on that?
Yes. I was speaking with Explore Asheville about this a little bit ago, and they were posting some things about it because a lot of social media was posting that Asheville is gone, Asheville is wiped off the map, it's ruined, which is not the case at all. I mean, there's parts of Asheville, like River Arts, that were heavily impacted, but for the most part, I mean, downtown, Biltmore, the big attractions, they're still here and they're still open, and they don't have any damage to them. So getting the word out to transient people and tourism groups that Asheville is still the Asheville that they loved and they should come back has been difficult
Hmm.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, switching gears a little bit. So you love rock climbing as well, is that correct?
I do, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So if you were going to recommend your top three rock climbing areas in Asheville or the Weaverville market,
Okay.
or you can give top one, you can give top
Okay.
seven. What would
Okay.
what would be your list of if anybody was
Or
coming there, they're watching this video and they love rock climbing, how would you sell them on where they would go?
Okay, well, they need to go to Cultivate the Foundy. It just opened. It's about 13,000 square feet of just straight bouldering space. They also have a downtown location with a kilter board, moon board, and tension board, and a sauna and a cold plunge. So Cultivate for indoor for sure in the Asheville area is where to go. If you're going to go outside, if you like bouldering, if you're not a sport climber, Rumbling Bald's a great spot. It's an amazing spot to go boulder. Linville Gorge is about an hour away, but if you like trad or sport climbing, Linville Gorge is probably the place to go. Otherwise,
Wow. Wow, that's great insight. You
yeah,
got
there's so much here. If anyone comes to the hotel and they want to hear more about it, they can find me. I'll be happy to talk about it.
Yeah. All right. Let's say
We have
you
so much
start
great
your own
climbing.
internal crown rock climbing club. That I'll
I'd love
back
to.
that. Yeah, I'll support that
Yeah,
100%.
you should
So
come.
Well, yeah, you don't want to see an old man get hurt. I mean, I mean, unless you just really just want to see me get hurt, that you can
Uh-huh.
laugh a lot too. So tell me a little bit about your future, things that you would like to do, whether it's travel, whether it's professionally,
Uh-huh.
whether it's personally. Tell me some things that you have dreams about, things that you're looking forward to in the future for yourself.
Um, for myself, I mean, I want to run more ultras, obviously. I'd like to get into um maybe some 100 milers at some point. I think that would be my next step for the next year or so. Professionally, I would just, I mean, I would like to grow maybe into a more I don't know if I want to do more of a corporate direction, if I want to get into business management, something like that. I think I see
Right.
myself getting into in the future for sure.
Okay. Would you ever want to be in operations?
No, probably not.
Okay. Yeah, it's
I
tough,
don't think
isn't it?
so.
Yeah, it's
It is tough. It's a different beast entirely. Yeah, they're machines. I don't know
yeah.
if I could handle that one.
I look, I, I I was in sales, just like you before I started the company. I never worked operations until I started the company. Then I worked
Mhm.
operations running our first hotel thinking, this is crazy. This is a lot of work.
Everyone's calling you 24/7. There's a million different things. The water pipes burst.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah, no
I
doubt.
hear about it and I inform people about it, but luckily I don't have to directly deal with that. And
Yeah.
that's what I like.
Well, I think you're very intelligent for what you just said. So no doubt about that. I think that's great. So listen, sometimes when we get on the briefings with Barry, I basically let somebody ask me a question or a couple
Okay.
questions. Do you have a question for me?
Do I have a question for you? What was your inspiration behind starting Crown? Why
Well,
did you start the company?
I started it because I was a little frustrated with a couple of the management companies that I was working for that I felt like I felt like customer service was not in their nature. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't in their bloodline. It wasn't running through their veins. It was, and I really wanted to take care of our guests to make sure they had a great experience. I was very frustrated uh, with uh, our ability to move the needle when it came to guest service. And as you know, that's one thing that I preach over and over and over. If we take care of our guests at a high level, they become loyal guests and makes our lives much easier when it comes to being profitable and
Mm-hmm.
successful. So that was one of the things. Another thing was, the couple companies I worked for, they didn't take care of the hotels very well. They just basically would not maintain them at a high level. I didn't understand why. Obviously, it costs money. There's no
Mm-hmm.
doubt about it. And as you see with us, we're not going to skimp when it comes to getting things repaired or taken care of. Sometimes it takes us a little bit longer because we're trying to get the best rates possible. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure our properties are maintained at a high level consistently, and our guests
Mm-hmm.
see that and know that we're staying on top of that. So there's just a couple of things. I wanted to also have a company that saw people like yourself be able to grow and move to another direction. I'm very proud of all the people that have been promoted within our company, whether it was
Mm-hmm.
in corporate position, an area position, whether it was a operations general manager position or a sales position. I mean, there's numerous of, I can name 25 of our people that have been promoted from within for
Yeah.
one thing or another. So that was the other thing I wanted to see, that we were really focusing on that. I had worked with other companies that it didn't seem that was the case, and they kind of missed out on some opportunities with people that I thought could go to the next level and actually improve the not only the business but the guest service of the property. So that's one of the things I try to hone in on and key into is, I'm always asking questions to our ops team or to Dixon, our sales on the sales side about, who's the next person, who's the person that's going to the next level that we need to sew into and get training and things like that. So that's kind of the reasons I started the company. I'd always been a entrepreneur. I tried several different things that didn't work out. I kept looking for things, and the good Lord put me into the hotel business. I got a
Mm-hmm.
crazy idea thinking I could start a hotel and get a management company, and it's all come to fruition. So it's amazing. In 18 years, we've got 18 hotels and we're building six. And we're
Mm-hmm.
still looking for more. So, for people like you, the ultimate goal is how do we get you over 10 hotels or 20 hotels? How do you have a regional team? And that's where we're trying to get to is the best we can. So does that answer your question? Is that
Yeah, that more than answers the question.
okay? Good, good. So do you have anything planned for Christmas?
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna see, my parents and my two brothers, just hang out with them. Yeah, just like a small family Christmas.
Yeah. Now, do you go home typically every year for Christmas?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I go home
Okay.
for Christmas every year.
Okay, good. Well, how's the staff doing? Everybody doing okay at the property?
Yeah, everyone's doing great. We're all just working, as we should be.
That's great. Well, I know you are. I don't have to worry about that at all. I know you're doing what you need
Uh,
to do all the time. So, well, look, Emily, thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you doing this. I know this is not an easy thing to do sometimes for our associates, but we definitely want to highlight the high performers of our company, and you're definitely a high performer, and we really appreciate all that you do,
Thank
and
you.
know that your efforts make a difference in our company, makes a difference to pay our staff members. It makes a difference to our guests to have a good experience. You do all those things. So I appreciate it. Just keep doing what you're doing, and great things will happen to you. Whether it's us long term, whether it's somebody else long term, you're going to be success with whatever you do. The only thing I'm a little concerned with is that we may not find you if you run a 200 mile run. We may have to
uh,
send out a missing persons notice.
200 might be a little bit too long. I don't know. Maybe in the next like 3 years, I'll do a
What about
200.
what about don't they have the ultra races where you also you're in the jungle, or you're like, the Amazon, things like that? Have you seen these things?
Like the ultra, yeah, I guess like an ultra adventure race or something. I
Yeah.
I tend to stay to the continental US right now, so I doubt I'm gonna be doing a 200-mile race through the jungle, but I wouldn't say no if I got the opportunity. Why not?
Yeah. Well, do it. We'll give you a sponsorship. You can have a Crown shirt on you as you're running there. We can make that
Okay.
happen.
Yeah, you all can buy it. You can buy my gels. I need someone to buy these gels. They're expensive.
Yeah, well, you just let us know. That's probably an easy thing. As long as you got Crown on it, and you got Crown
Okay.
somewhere on your shirt, somewhere your socks, wherever you got to have it. So we'll figure that out.
Sounds
So,
great.
well, listen, thank you again for meeting with me today. I'll close to just tell everybody out there, thanks for joining us on all of our social platforms. We really appreciate it. Like as I've said, we like to highlight our high performing associates, and Emily's one of them. There's no doubt about that. If you are looking for a good hotel stay with a company that cares about your stay, please look up crownhoteltm.com. You'll see our portfolio, and if you're ever in one of our cities, make sure you told them that Barry sent you. So we'd love to see you staying there. Hopefully, if you go to Weaverville, you'll see Emily. And hopefully, if you need rock climbing lessons, she'll be more than happy to help you out with that as well. So, just again, thank you for your time today. Thank you for those that have watched our briefings with Barry, and we just hope to see you in one of our hotels in the near future. So, you guys take care. Goodbye.